Hello dear students, I am Ankit Sultania. Today in this video I am going to explain you all about the next point that you can see on the screen, that is introduction to instant messaging. What is instant messaging? Take an example. In our real life, we use many different social networking platforms for transferring files, sending audios, videos, text messages, audio or video conferencing, audio or video calling, etc. over the internet, such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook Messenger, Google Hangouts, Yahoo Messenger, Windows Live Messengers, etc. These are different instant messaging software. Instant messaging software can also be called IM. In short, IM means instant messaging. Instant messaging is a form of communication over the internet that offers an instantaneous transmission of text based messages from sender to receiver. Instant messaging software is widely used for personal and commercial purpose. Unlike email, instant messaging happens in real time and the response from participants can be spontaneous. Some instant messaging software allows users to view messages received when they are not logged on. These are called offline messages. For using audios and video conferencing, we should have microphones, headsets, speakers, and web cameras so that users can talk or see each other. Some of the key features of an instant messaging software. Why we use instant messaging software are sending text messages to more than one person at the same time, audio and video calling, audio and video conferencing, messages history for future reference, and transferring of files, etc. Now the next point is instant messaging account. To use an instant messaging software, we must have a valid instant messaging account. Participants messaging to each other need to be signed in to the same instant messaging service. Yahoo Messenger and Windows Live Messenger are commonly used instant messaging software. They use the email addresses for managing the account, and software like Skype uses standard names for creating account in different instant messaging software. In some instant messaging softwares, we must have an email ID, but on some instant messaging software we just have to provide some details related to us. for creating instant messaging account so that we can use instant messaging services. There are two types of instant messaging software. One is application based and other is web based. First one is application based instant messaging software. Application based instant messaging software is downloaded and installed on the user's computer, as we install many different social networking instant messaging softwares like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Google Hangouts, etc. in our mobile phone. These are app based or application based instant messaging software. Some of the popular instant messaging softwares are Google Hangout, Yahoo Messenger, Skype, Windows Live Messenger, Rediff Bull, etc. Now the next one is web based instant messaging software. Web based instant messaging software is a type of instant messaging software which is accessed using web browsers like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. There are many different web-based instant messaging softwares for accessing these. We use web browsers. Some of the popular instant messaging softwares are IMO Messenger, Meebo, MSN Web Messengers, etc. Now the next point is instant messaging with Google Hangout. Google Hangouts is an instant messaging service that allows users to communicate via text and voice. Google Hangouts is developed by Google. We can also make video calls on Google Hangouts. To use Google Hangouts, we must have an account with Google. Having a Gmail account is enough to be able to use the Google Hangouts application. The URL for using Google Hangouts is hangouts.google.com. Alternatively, if we are not logged onto any Google service, just click on multiple dotted area of the Google service and the service of Google open up. If Hangouts does not show up, click on More and Hangouts shows up. Click on it. Again, I am explaining that to use Hangout, log in our Gmail account. We will see our Hangout connection on the right hand side as shown in this picture on the screen. To start conversation, follow the steps given as you see in this screen. First, click on the search button to search and send the chatting request to others who are online. type the name or email address of the person with whom we would like to chat and press enter key. If the person is found, the name and profile image appear on the left pane and chatting window appears on the right of the window. As you can also see in this screen. Now we can start chatting by typing text here. The exercise question is, go to Gmail and create an account if you do not have already. This one is the practical question. If you don't have any email account on Google, then go to Gmail and create an account. You can do it at your home or on your own. Now the next point is chatting with a contact, Google Talk, Hangout. To chat with someone, a person needs to be online. As you can see on the screen, their names of the person, and when we see the person online, it means you will see a green dot beside the name of the person, as you can see also on the screen. To start chatting, double click on a contact you wish to chat with. A chat window will pop up as displayed in the figure. Now we can chat by using text, and we can also video call, send any files to others using Google Hangouts. Next one point is chat etiquettes. There are some general rules we must follow while chatting with others. These are, first one is messages should be short and to the point. Means here we are not chatting with others using voice. We are chatting with others by typing text. But by chatting using text, it may take longer to type and send messages with others, so that we must keep in mind that while chatting with others using text, we should use minimum words, so that we can completely send our messages or ideas with others in a few words, and the chatting must be to the point. Next one is, we must always introduce ourselves by name if our screen name doesn't reflect it. If the chatting window, on the chatting window, our screen name is not reflecting, then before chatting with others, we must introduce ourselves by our name, so that the recipients can understand with whom they are chatting. Next one is, if we are chatting with other person, we must ask always that the other person has time to chat first, regardless of how important you think what you have to say is isn't going to be well received if recipient is busy. First of all, we must know that the person with whom I would like to chat are free or not, are able to chat with us or not. If we chat on important topic, if we are sharing any important message with others and it's urgent, and the person with whom we are chatting is busy, he may not pay attention on our chat. That's why we should follow this. Next one is, if we are chatting with any business partner or in any business environment, then before chatting we must know exactly what we want to discuss, what topic is to be discussed. Next one is, we must not use all caps, means typing our messages in uppercase or capital letters only is like shouting on the internet and very aggressive. So it is extremely rude. So we must avoid chatting using capital letters only. Next one is, give people time to respond. Be polite while online. If we are chatting with our friend, do not ask multiple questions in short time so that the recipient has time to respond. As we are chatting with others using text, it may take some time in typing, and whenever we type and send a message, we must wait for the responding from other side. Next one is, wherever possible, give the person you are communicating with your undivided attention. It's not just a sign of respect, but if you have multiple conversations happening or are allowing other issues to distract you, you may miss an important point in the other person's message or lose the gist of the conversation. Respect others while chatting. Next one is, it is important to properly end an instant messaging conversation. It is very important. Suppose that when we are chatting with others continuously, and if the recipient with whom we are chatting stops the conversation without telling anything to us, without ensuring to us, we may think there may any problem to the other side, or maybe the from the other side the person is typing the message, maybe they may be in a problem. So it is important to properly end a conversation. We may think that the chat is over, but the chat is not over. While we are off doing other things, we may be sitting there staring at the screen waiting for further communication for you. That's why we must pay attention on this, that whenever we are chatting with others, we must complete chatting or will not wait for your message instantly. Exercise question is, go to Gmail and practice instant messaging with some of your classmates with teacher's permission. Now you are at home and go to Gmail and use instant messaging to chat with some of your friends. Thanks for watching this video. In the next class, in the next video, we will discuss about blog. Okay, thanks.